Apple hires the most brilliant minds in Silicon Valley to help create their innovative products, the most popular of which is the iPhone. Most of us are familiar with the team who conceived the idea, but what about the teams of people actually assembling the device? They're one of the largest workforces in the world, helping Apple produce 500,000 iPhones every day. There have been many stories about these factory workers in China, but we rarely get to catch a glimpse of what daily life there is really like. So in this video, I'm going to explain what it's like to be inside Apple's iPhone factory. This is Greg with Apple Explained, and I want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Today's topic came in second place in the last voting poll, and if you didn't get to participate, make sure you're subscribed, and polls like this one will begin appearing in your mobile activity feed. Alright, now if you're watching this video on an iPhone, there's a 50% chance that it was built by this team of people in Zhangzhou, China, since the factory here, owned and operated by Foxconn, is responsible for producing half of the world's iPhones. That's about 350 every minute. And achieving this quota is no small feat. There are about 350,000 workers that keep the factory up and running, most of whom are from small villages in the surrounding area of the Hunan province, while others are from more remote locations, in search of a stable job to help support themselves and their families. Recruitment for the factory is a round-the-clock endeavor, with the local government helping to find and train new workers, providing a steady stream of laborers that you can see being dropped off at the factory every day by taxi or bus. While positions at the iPhone factory are in fairly high demand, it's an extremely monotonous job that most employees grow tired of after their first year. Most of the jobs here are on the assembly line, where every iPhone requires about 400 different steps of assembly before being shipped out. That means each worker is responsible for one simple task, like inserting a screw or cleaning the screen, that they'd repeat again and again over 1,000 times a day. And workdays inside the factory can become long if overtime is being offered. The job's standard hours are from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., 6 days a week, with an hour lunch break. Workers typically wake up at 7 a.m. and grab breakfast from a street vendor on their way to the factory. Then, for lunch, they visit the Foxconn cafeteria. Finally, for dinner, they meet up with friends at a local restaurant. Each meal can cost between $1 to $3, adding up to about $60 each month. More often than not, overtime is available, and most workers take advantage of it, since it results in a much higher salary at the end of the month. That extends their shifts 3 to 5 hours each day, with many employees leaving the factory at 10 p.m. Afterward, workers tend to relax by playing video games or hanging out at a bar until 11 p.m. or midnight, then go to sleep, just to wake up at 7 a.m. and do it all again the next day. On Sundays, their day off, people tend to visit their families who live nearby in the region. Now, if you're enjoying this video and you're wondering how to create similar YouTube content yourself, I highly recommend checking out the classes on Skillshare. You can watch video workshops on storytelling, color grading, and YouTube fundamentals. I actually used the logo type masterclass workshop with Jessica Heish to help develop and refine the Apple Explained logo I use for this channel, and receiving feedback from other Skillshare members was extremely helpful. Also, the first 1,000 people to use the link in my description will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. Alright, now how much are iPhone factory workers actually being paid? Well, the base salary for new hires on day shift is about 1,900 yen, or $300 US every month. But with 20 hours overtime every week, they could earn about $650. When it comes to night shift, a worker could earn about $750 with overtime. Considering a livable wage in the region was estimated to be $650 in 2017, many iPhone factory employees are barely making ends meet. That's why so many are eager to work overtime, and compared to other factories in China, the iPhone factory has many more overtime hours available, boosting its appeal among potential workers. Although the factory conditions and pay aren't noticeably better, with one employee saying, "The conditions are all the same, it's just making a living." In fact, it wasn't the workplace that led to rioting among employees, it was actually living conditions. Most people at the iPhone factory live in dorms located right next door. It costs $25 a month to share a room with 8 other people, and the overcrowding has caused sanitation issues, with many dorms smelling of garbage and sweat. Workers could move into a one-bedroom apartment for $65 a month, but most decide against it. since their goal is to save as much money as possible to send back to their families who live in remote villages where they grew up. But perhaps even more interesting than what goes on inside the factory is what happens outside. Because over 300,000 people live and work in the same area, it attracted business owners to feed, clothe, and entertain the population. The streets and neighborhoods surrounding the factory is bustling with restaurants, bars, karaoke lounges, street vendors, and internet cafes. This has led to the area being nicknamed iPhone City, and due to the factory running 24/7 with day and night shift workers, the businesses are also open almost all hours of the day. But don't mistake the busy atmosphere as a sign of prosperity. iPhone City lives and dies alongside the ups and downs of the iPhone factory. When production tapers off in the summer, the lower employment causes a ripple effect across the town. Since there aren't as many customers, profits decline among businesses, and most owners fall behind on rent. iPhone City has proven to be very profitable for Foxconn and Apple, who happily accept hundreds of millions of dollars worth of tax breaks from the local government, along with several other free bonuses. For example, the $1 billion in housing for Foxconn's workers was paid for entirely by the local government. The perpetual recruitment program designed to supply the iPhone factory with a steady stream of laborers is also funded by the government. And if the factory meets its production quota for the year, Foxconn is awarded over $25 million from the government. These corporate handouts are a huge reason why companies like Apple are drawn into assembling their products in China, and why it's so difficult to get them to move production elsewhere. But at the end of the day, it's the workers inside and around the iPhone factory who aren't so happy. A local business owner put it best. She said, "No one is happy. It's our livelihood. This is just life." Alright guys, thanks for watching till the end. Don't forget to subscribe to help decide which topics I cover, and I'll see you in the next video.